Hi, this is Chuck Gallagher, and I really wanted to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to work with your organization in talking about how to create an impactful presentation. You know, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of organizations and do a lot of presentations, and of course, when you're in the moment and you're going through that presentation, it's easy to remember what took place, and then afterward we get caught up in the day-to-day activities that take place. We get caught up, in your case, in your dental practices and the patient needs, and perhaps we begin to forget a little bit about some of the things we talked about. So I want to take just this minute and talk to you a little bit about the three elements of the spoken story. Now, if you remember, when you're crafting your presentation, you need to think about the emotional connection that you're going to have with your audience. And that emotional connection is the key to really connecting and making your presentation impactful and memorable. Now, if you recall, we talked a little bit about how do I create and craft that initial story. And I think you saw in the example that I used that you can create an impactful story if you're able to do three things. Number one, give a background to set the stage. Remember in the story that I created to illustrate the point for you, one of the things that took place was we created this background so that we could set a bit of a stage for how the story would develop. And then we present the conflict or the struggle. Now, as you recall, and I think I told you this, I was creating a story for you so that you could hear how that would play. Now, let me first say to you, as an ethics speaker, it is my firm belief that you're going to use your experience and your personal stories to really create and develop something that is going to work for you. As a professional speaker, I created that experience so you could see what the experience would be like with a well-crafted story. But I encourage you use real, truthful stories. I want to make sure that you recognize that. I know that there were a few people that said that they were somewhat concerned that I had created a story and then found out it wasn't true. Well, I told you it wasn't true. I was just showing you the process of creating that. So when you give the background to set the stage, you present the conflict or the struggle, and then you show the transformation. You set the tone. You set the tone for what's going to be the rest of your presentation. Now, on a personal level, I start my story with the words, "Every choice has a consequence." And I end my presentation with the words, "Every choice has a consequence." I am tying the beginning to the end so that people can understand how all of this ties together. So again, remember, give a background to set the stage, set the story up, present the conflict or the struggle, and then show that transformation. I did that in creating a story for you that seemed to be fairly effective, but you can do that so much more powerfully by using your own personal experience in making that happen. Now, I know we had a lot of diamonds in the room, and diamonds, as analytics, tend to want to think about process and procedure. So in this short video, as a follow-up to our presentation a little over a week ago, I wanted to give you just a little bit of process and procedure so that you would have a framework to remember the importance of creating a powerful beginning story and something that will tie to the end of your presentation. Because no matter how much information you have in the middle, it's how a person feels that will determine how well you are remembered. This is Chuck Gallagher. It was an honor to work with you. And if you ever have any questions, please visit me at chuckgallagher.com.